Hello everybody, I'm Revo and welcome to another Platinum video. I'm super excited for this one. We have Silent Hill Downpour. I am a massive fan of Silent Hill. It's kind of taken over my life. I am super excited for Silent Hill F coming out. Like, it is going to be amazing. So far, the reviews came out in the 9 out of 10. The trailers look amazing. It is going to be so fun. But of course, Silent Hill Downpour is our first stop before we head off to F. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now I was really scared going into this one because I heard it wasn't very good, and that it had a lot of stuttering and save issues, which could affect the platinum trophy run. Thankfully, I actually didn't have any issues. I did have two hard crashes and a lot of stuttering issues, especially when trophies would pop. But hey, it's not the end of the world as long as it didn't break anything. But to tell the truth, I didn't fully hate this game. I liked it. There's some stuff I really didn't like, but for the most part, I had a fun time. The platinum trophy, I'm glad to have. I'm very happy to have it. It didn't feel too much of like one of those grindy chores, which is great. Now, for the Silent Hill Downpour Platinum Trophy, it is going to be a 4 out of 10 in difficulty, 3 playthroughs, and 20 hours. Now, it did take me 4 playthroughs because I, of course, did my first playthrough blind, and yeah. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into the Silent Hill Downpour Platinum Trophy. Just two quick disclaimers. One, this game recorded super dark on my capture card, and I've done my best to adjust the lighting, but I don't know how well it's going to come out. And so just a heads up with that. Two, I usually keep the cutscenes in for the Silent Hill games, but I just can't really do that with this one because there's a lot of copyrighted music. So unfortunately, I can't do that. But it means the video will probably be shorter than Silent Hill 3, which might be good. Otherwise, we're going to hop into it. Our main character is named Murphy Pendleton, and he's in a prison. And he's currently talking to Officer Sewell, who has a, little, thing to tell us. Let's go ahead and hop into this game. We got 42 trophies to collect. Let's go.
He's all yours now. Make it quick, Cupcake. Hey, almost forgot. I left you a little present on the bench. Have fun. You're not changing your mind, are you?
Murph, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When you guys are running the showers, the steam fogs up the cameras so bad we can't see anything that goes down in there. You get what I'm saying?
Now, Officer Sewell actually isn't a great guy. He is a cop that makes shady deals, and he's made a deal with us to kill this one dude in the showers, which is going to come up later as to why. This is actually a prologue and tutorial to the combat system. Everything happening here is going to be explained way more into depth, so we'll just, fast forward to this part. Pretty much, this guy comes into the showers, we grab a knife and a plank, and we go ahead and beat him up and kill him. We learn that weapons have durability and will break, so we'll need to keep that in the back of our minds. But after we kill this guy, the game finally flashes to the present, and the game starts. Sewell is at our prison cell, and he's letting us know we're getting transferred. So we make our way over to a bus where an officer named Anna Marie Cunningham stops us. We're the only, prisoner she stopped, and she looks us down and then tells us to get on the bus. She's going to come a lot more into the story later, but the bus ride goes ahead and starts, and I'm just going to let, it play as we go ahead and enjoy our little bus ride.
Pendleton. Get on the bus.
Buckle up, get cozy. We got a long ride ahead of us.
you have a good nap, Güero? Tell me something, puta. That true what I heard about you? Did you really do it?
Shut the hell up!
Fuck you, Güero.
I said lock it up, damn it!
The bus crashes, but luckily we escape unharmed and decide to try and make as much distance from the bus and us. So we continue on making our way through the woods where we run into the, Anna Marie Cunningham again. She is telling us, to not run away or she's going to shoot us and trying to cross a narrow ledge to get to us. Unfortunately, she does slip and, almost is holding on to the ledge for dear life and she's asking us for help and we're given a choice to help her or to not help her. We go ahead and make the choice to help her, but it unfortunately doesn't do any good because she still falls. Unfortunate. We continue on making our way through the woods and we arrive at this little gas station. We go ahead and, find a map and a flashlight and continue on with our journey. We find an interesting car, and apparently Murphy knows a lot about cars because he's spouting off some facts about it and then goes ahead and tries to break into it. But then a postman stops us. This is Howard Black. He just kind of talks to us a little bit, just saying hello and letting us know that all the roads are out. So this car actually is going to be no use to us. We go ahead and bid him farewell. Well, we actually try to ask him what this place is, and he just disappears like a ghost. So we go ahead and continue on with our journey, making our way into the diner. It's a nice little diner. It's got another map and a med kit, so we can heal if we get in trouble, which is good. We make our way into the kitchen where there is a gas valve spewing gas, so we turn it off and the whole kitchen lights on fire. We gotta put this fire out, and when we do, something interesting happens.
Cass?
Oh, shit! Fire. Anyone hear me? Fire! What the hell? What the hell is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Other World. Now, the Other World in Silent Hill is like the scary, demented, form of the place we were just in. For example, in the Silent Hill 2 games, you explore the apartments, and then they enter the Other World, and the apartments become all demonic and stuff. Monsters become scarier, and everything is just more threatening to your life. Now, this Other World works a little differently. It has what I like to call two parts, but we actually haven't encountered any monsters yet, which is kind of cool. Yay, that's good for our health. But we do actually encounter our first quote-unquote monster here. It's called the Void, and it chases us around and slowly saps our health away. And we need to just run away from it. There are these monsters in cages called the Tormented Souls we can throw down to slow down the Void. Now, some people like these chase seasons, some people didn't. I kind of did. I thought they were new and interesting. I do wish we could have explored the other world like you could in the other games where it'd be all scary and stuff, but oh well. The second part of this other world is after we escaped from the void for the first time, we are in this giant ballroom. I don't know what it's a giant fancy room. It's humongous. There's music playing, there's stairs we can go up, and then we can rotate a painting to open up some doors. And once we are done, we are once again chased by the void. So we got to go ahead and run away from the void for a second time. And when we escape the void, we actually will survive the Otherworld diner, taking us back to the normal diner, and we'll get a trophy for it.
I'm losing my mind.
One thing I completely forgot to mention is the trophies make this game stutter so bad. You'll see it with the other trophies that'll pop. It just makes this game have like a heart attack. Everything just like stops. And I get worried my like PS3 is crashing out. We go ahead though, and now that we're back in the diner, we can actually go ahead and explore deeper in. We turns out this place is also a motel as well. So we look around and we do a little side quest, a little puzzle, and we get a gun, which is amazing. We go ahead and continue down the stairs deeper into the basement, and we encounter our very first monster of the game, a screamer. The Screamer is the most common enemy in the game, and it's such an annoying enemy. It appears, like I said, the most often, and it can jump on your back, meaning you gotta shake it off and stop what you're doing. It can scream, which stuns you, and you gotta shake it off to get back to what you're doing. And it can also do a mix of 2 combo hits and 4 combo hits. They're very annoying. You can block, but they can also dodge. So sometimes I'm just swinging as hard as I can, and they're just dancing away, and very annoying. But we go ahead and kill this first screamer, and we can finally get up out of this motel, back up onto the like above ground area where we were originally, where the car was and stuff like that. We have 2 objectives here. One is to change our clothes because we're still in our prison clothes, which isn't great, and 2 to turn on the power and find a ticket. So what the postman told us, Mr. Howard, was is if we wanted to get out of here, there was a chance we could use the Skytram. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get the power on and find some clothes. We do find some clothes, and inside of the clothes there is a badge, a police badge. It's actually a specific kind of type of badge I learned. It's a police badge officers would wear for the morning of another police officer, from what I read up on. So we go ahead and put that in our pocket, and we find the generator so we can turn on the power and get a free ticket. We can go ahead and go onto this Skytram, which is going to get us out of this area. Now, something this game did that was really unique, and I kind of wish they would have did it more, is throughout the game, it'll start raining heavy, because rain is obviously a theme of this game. The whole theme of water. There's a lot of water, drowning, downpour, obviously. But anyway, when it starts raining, monsters will come out in the more, numbers, and they hit harder. And at this section, as far as I'm aware, this is the only part that happens in the game. It happens a lot. Once we'll get to the actual Silent Hill town, there's a chance it'll rain randomly and the monsters will spawn. But for here, as we make our way back to the Skytram, it rains and the monsters start really spawning. And I've got to run back to that tram, to avoid them. And I wish the game would have had another section like that, but it doesn't, where, the rain just starts pouring down and I gotta run. The rain really isn't that much of a threat throughout this game, and I kind of wish it would have been more. But either way, we get onto the tram, and we got a nice little cutscene here to show us taking the Sky Tram, and we'll get a trophy for that.
Wherever this thing goes, can't be worse than back there, can it?
We continue along and meet a man named JP Sata, and it turns out he works here at the Devil's Pit and helps drive one of the like train slash roller coasters. And he's talking to us, and he tells us he doesn't get a lot of visitors anymore and stuff like that. When we try to file a complaint about getting attacked by a monster, he's just like, "Yeah, you haven't heard, I guess. Yeah, we don't get many visitors. There was an accident." But he goes ahead and tells us that Train may be able to help us get out of here. So we go ahead and bid him farewell and continue down, where we come across a bridge, and when we try to cross the bridge, it breaks and I lose my gun. I didn't even shoot the gun once. I didn't even get to experience having a gun in this game because I've lost it. It made me a little sad. I was like, "Oh cool, I've got a gun. I'm going to save my, bullets cuz I don't want to waste them." And then I lost the gun, which was unfortunate. Little side tangent. But we go ahead and continue on through the mines, where we run into our next monster of the game. This is called a weeping bat, and it's also just as annoying as a screamer, but the only difference is it doesn't appear as much as the screamer does. What the weeping bat does is it jumps down and then jumps up onto the ceiling. Do you see the annoyance with this monster? It's in other video games, obviously, where a monster will jump down, swing at you, take a little cheap shot, and then jump on the ceiling. And I've lost my gun, so I can't hit it. I did find out later in the game you can throw items. I was throwing weapons all over the place in this game. I thought the weapon variety was fun. But my goodness, taking this guy down was an absolute like nightmare because he would jump down, knock me completely across the like floor, and then jump up to the ceiling like a little, annoyance buddy. He just wasn't fun. He was very rude. As we explore the mines, we do find a piece of paper that tells us about the accident that JP told us about earlier, where 8 kids died. It turns out the driver of the train that night was super drunk, wasn't paying attention, and caused the accident. And it turns out that driver was JP Sater, the guy we met from before. So once we get out of the mines, we do encounter JP again, who is standing on the ledge. He's telling us about how that's all lies, that didn't happen, and we're telling him that, this paper says it though, and he's not down with it. He's ready to jump off this ledge into the Devil's Pit. And we tell him we have an option actually. We can taunt him into jumping or try to talk him out of it. I try to talk him out of it, but it doesn't make any difference as he still goes ahead and jumps. So, yeah, goodbye, JP. We continue deeper into the mines, though, where we find some dynamite we can set off to blow open, a hole in the wall. There's more weeping bats that are just absolutely, like, terrorizing me. And when I said earlier, by the way, they were bad, I don't mean they were, like, bad as in they ruined the game. I mean they were bad as they were just annoying. They kept jumping up, and I couldn't hit them. But we go ahead and make our way to this train JP told us about, and we go ahead and get on it, and we experience a crazy little ride. There's a lot of weeping bats down here, and I'm glad, like, all of them didn't attack me. And it turns out there was supposed to be a boss fight, I guess, in this area. It got cut from the game, though. But once we complete this tram ride, we will get a trophy, and we'll meet up again, once again, with Miss Anna Marie Cunningham.
Pendleton.
But I saw you.
Hands against the wall. I said, up against the wall.
You don't have to do this. We should help each other. This place, I don't know what it is or how we got here. But one thing
Just shut up. What the? Where did you get this? Where in the hell did you get this?
I just found it in these clothes. I didn't.
Is this some kind of sick joke to you?
No, I swear. I don't know what's going on any more than you do.
On your knees.
What?
On your fucking knees. You heartless bastard. You don't deserve to live. You're not fit to walk this earth while good, decent men.
I don't know who you think I am or what you think I've done.
Shut the hell up! You think this is funny, don't you? Well, let's see how funny it is with a fucking bullet in your head. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Anna Marie Cunningham goes ahead and lets us go after seeing the badge, and it makes her sad. So we clearly don't know what it is, but she has some kind of vendetta against us that maybe will be revealed later on. But we went ahead and left, and I didn't realize the trophy popped way later. But yeah, so we now have 3 trophies, and we are also officially in the town of Silent Hill. It's very interesting. There are side quests in this game, and it's one of the unique parts of Silent Hill Downpour. Is it somewhat of an open game? There are technically 14 side quests in the game, but we can only do 13 on our first playthrough, and if we do all 13, we'll get a trophy, and we'll get a trophy through each side quest. Now, the side quests don't actually award you with a whole lot. There's, I believe, 3 that give you special weapons, and then some give you medkits and ammo, others just give us story bits, which were really cool. I really liked it. I do see why a lot of people like the side quests for this game, and why some obviously don't, because on one hand, it's really cool to get all the lore and stuff of the town and see how other people are being affected throughout this town. And on the other hand, I'm not going to do them more than once because there's just no reason to. But here in the town of Silent Hill Downpour, one of the most, or just Silent Hill, one of the most important side quests we can do is there's police cars going around, blaring sirens, and if they get too close to us, they're going to set off the sirens and summon a whole bunch of monsters. Now we can actually go into a police station and enter 4 codes, and this will disable all the police cars for the rest of the game, and it'll give us a trophy, and our first side quest of will be complete, 1 of 13. Now I continue to explore Silent Hill on my own, and I do come in contact with another gun. So we are, back to being strapped up with a good old gun. But as I continue wandering through, I didn't want my recording to just fill up. I didn't want the storage to fill up with me just wandering around. So I went ahead and I was pausing my recording and then unpausing when I was finding something interesting. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it messed up 2 of my trophies. One of them I think was a bug though. So the first trophy I'm going to show is called Fight or Flight, and it's for escaping 20 monsters. I did not escape 20 monsters, and I know this for a fact because when the trophy popped, I wasn't running from a monster. I was having the recording going every time a monster showed up, just because I was like, oh, it's a combat. I better keep it open because I know there's combat trophies. But this time, I was just running around through a back alley. I had my recording paused, and the trophy popped. So I only have like the little picture at the top. I don't have like the ding sound, just the clip after the trophy popped. Like you'll see. I'm gonna go and let that just roll real quick though. Now it turns out the next trophy I got wasn't the one that got messed up because of the recording. I thought it was, but it might be one later. Anyway, we go ahead and start another side quest, which is gonna get us 2 trophies. We go into a bank and we go down to the vault to start the bank side quest. I think this side quest is super cool. It is a lockdown type event where it is going to spawn 5 mini waves of enemies. It's like 1, and then on the next wave there's 2 enemies, and then 3, and then it only maxes like 3, but it's really cool. However, my game bugged doing this. Let me talk about the trophy we popped first. The first trophy we actually get right away on wave 1, and it's for killing our 10th screamer. So this is the 10th screamer we killed, so we get a trophy for that. So let me show that one real quick. I've gone ahead and sped up the footage here so you can see more of the like side quest here, taking down the bank. It was a fun one. It gives you med kits and ammo and stuff like that. But there's two things. One, there's a new enemy here called the Prison Brawler. I hope that's right. I know it's prisoner something. There's two different types of them. One likes to punch me a lot. The other, like, is this weird one you'd see on the streets where he's got this knife in his hand. But here's where my game bugged. This happened anytime I would start a side quest. Some of the side quests. When I'd start them, all of the enemies would stop attacking me and they'd run away and I'd have to actually chase them down. So during this side quest, I had to actually chase the enemies down in order to kill them. It was kind of funny. It was like I was the monster this time. But pretty much once we survive all 5 waves, we get a trophy for completing the bank side quest. I take a break from doing the side quests to continue on with the main story. While we're running around the town, there have been a few radios, and on the radios is a man named DJ Rix. He's been playing music but also giving out dedications to us, like wishing us the best and stuff like that. And obviously we're curious about that. How does DJ Rix know who we are? Who is he, matter of fact? And while we're looking for him, we do run into Mr. Howard again, who tells us there is a radio station in town inside the top of the library archives. So we make our way over to the library archives, and it's a really cool place. It was one of my favorite places in the game. There are some paintings that reference other Silent Hill games, and I thought that was neat. I always like how sometimes the Silent Hill games references other ones, because remember, this is all supposed to be in one giant town. But either way, we continue on making our way through the archives and we run into a new enemy in the game. This is one of the most unique enemies. This one is called the Doll, and the way it works is it's a giant hollow doll and it sends out shadows to attack us. In order to see the shadows, I need to use the UV light. Now, there's 2 ways to take out the enemy here. I can either just keep beating up the shadows until they stop spawning, or just run up to the doll and take it down itself. But either way, whatever we do, as long as we survive, that is what matters. Now, we have actually a flashback scene in this archives area inside of a vault. Pretty much, it is Sewell, and he's telling us he'd like to make us a deal. He wants Napier dead. He doesn't think people like that should be allowed in the prison who are just not good people at all. And we are actually here to get rid of Napier. I'll explain why later on. It comes up in the story. But pretty much, he is offering us a deal. But if we take this deal, we're going to owe him a favor down the line. This is the kind of officer Sewell is. He's making shady deals, stuff like that. So we go ahead and tell him we'll think about it and leave. We actually go back. The flashback thing ends. But we go up in an elevator to the top floor where we are at a radio station where we can finally meet DJ Rix. Now, I wasn't going to play the cutscene because it has copyrighted music. I'm positive it does. I think. I don't know. But I like the cutscene too much, and it helps explain a little more of the story. Just it shows something cool that relates to one of the endings. And I feel like I'm going to just goof it up if I try to explain it myself. So I'm just going to show the whole cutscene. And yeah. So we will get a trophy after, though, because we did meet DJ Rix.
That, my brothers and sisters, was another rock and roll classic coming to you courtesy of DJ Rix on this fine afternoon. Weatherman says there's a storm coming our way to spoil the fun. So batten down the hatches and snuggle up under the blanket with the one you love, because it's going to be a rough ride. And speaking of rough rides, we got another dedication going out to my man with the plan, Murphy Pendleton. Somebody out there has got an eye on you, MP, so watch your back and keep it on track. Hey, man, come on in. Got a disc spinning right now, so you ain't interrupting nothing. Man, you look like you just saw a ghost or something. You all right?
Not really, no.
Good to hear. So what can DJ Bobby Rix do for you?
Murphy Pendleton?
Like I was saying, what can DJ Bobby Rix do for you, Murphy? Got a track you want to play, or?
I'm the guy you've been putting out the dedications for. I got the message. I came to find you.
Afraid you got the wrong man, Murphy. I don't know what you're talking about. But if there's a song you want to hear or a dedication you want to make, I could. You're listening to the DJ Rick Show on WLMN FM, where the tracks are tight and the sweet melodies flow on and on. It's always a perfect day with DJ Rick's, your on-air friend to the end.
Look, man, I came through hell and high water to get here because you called me. Now cut the bullshit, because I don't have time for this.
Chill out, man. If you don't keep your voice down, you're gonna get us both in trouble. And you do not want that. You don't know who might be listening. You understand? Thank God someone finally heard me. I can't even tell you how long it's been just spinning record after record after record, hoping someone.
What the hell's going on here, Rix? What is this place?
Time to explain. If we're gonna get out of here, we gotta move fast. You getting this far tells me we might even have a chance of getting out alive.
What's the plan?
Right. Listen, I got this boat. She's moored down at the marina. She's fast, real fast. Problem is some motherfucker ransacked the studio and checked the keys.
I'll hotwire it. No problem.
That's not gonna work. This place, it does strange shit to reality, man. It's like there's rules you gotta follow. You know what I mean?
Bobby Ricks? Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Who's it going out to? But that's nice of you to think of me. Yeah. Real nice. Thank you. They're coming.
Who?
Doesn't matter. We gotta find those keys. The on the silver chain says freedom. You can't.
Pendleton.
Put the gun down, damn it. We might have a way out of here.
You. I need to use your phone.
Sorry, lady. Calls come in, but don't go out. Just because folks want to be heard, don't mean they're willing to listen. See for yourself.
What the hell's going on around here? No! Run!
This attack, it's just us left alone in the radio station. Now, what annoys me about this game is DJ Rix is just gone. Like, he's not in the game anymore. You have to go buy a comic to find out what happens to him, which I think is stupid. Like, I would like to know what happens to the characters in the game. But otherwise, continuing on, we do end up having another chase scene in just a little bit with the Void. The Void is after us, and we need to keep running from it. And this is why I encountered my first bug, where I actually had to reset the game. So when the Void is damaging you, it saps your health away, and Murphy is screaming the whole time. He'll be like, ah, as he's taking damage, But I reached a safe point, and Murphy kept screaming, like, even though I wasn't taking damage. So I was like, whoops, gotta reload. But hey, that's only the first bad bug I've encountered in the game. Otherwise, this chasing was a little different. There was some, obstacles I had to figure out, and there were cars falling from the ceiling I had to watch out for. So that was kind of scary. But we did survive and make it through this chase scene, and we encountered the Boogeyman for the first time. He's gonna come in more later, but he's big, he's scary, and he's gonna hit us with a hammer if we're not careful. Did you see the Boogeyman? He only appears for a second as he's walking away from us. But yeah, he's going to come back much, much later and very scarily. Either way, we got to make our way through this radio station Otherworld still. And we have a new enemy here. These guys are called the Wall Corpses. They only really appear here in the Otherworld. And they hit hard. Oh my goodness. I think most of my deaths in this game were from these guys. they're pretty easy to avoid. You're supposed to just run past them after they shoot like blood out of their stomach, but sometimes they'll trick you and shoot twice in super fast succession. I think they were a cool enemy because you really had to be careful around them because they, I think, did 30 points of damage, at least on like, I think easy mode, because I did my cleanup run on easy. I was playing normal here and they were hitting still really hard. But either way, once we make our way through these guys and continue on, we are going to end up in the, like, what I call just another cool part of the other world, where it actually feels like the other world is trying to kill me, and it's one of my favorite parts of the game. Like, the other world has, like, rotating fans actually, like, chopping down on me, and I gotta watch out for them. We've got a spinning clock where I died because I genuinely thought I was just supposed to stand there till it stopped spinning. I didn't realize I had to walk forward. So I was there for a solid minute, just spinning and starting to feel really sick. And then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta walk forward. And then we end up in like this, like, what would you call it? Like a giant chessboard, kind of. That's what it looked like. And there's a person in a wheelchair, some kind of creature looking at us. And I'm just gonna let the cutscene play out because this is the end of the radio station of the world. And then we're going to get a trophy for completing the radio station of the world.
Who are you?
Murphy! Where'd you go? Oh, God. Help me. Murphy, run!
Funny place to take a nap, son. You know you could get your death out here if you're not careful. Got something for you. From St. Maria's, the old orphanage up there on the hill.
No. This can't be right.
Got your name on it, doesn't it? Seems plenty right to me. Of course, you won't know till you open it, will you?
No. Enough of this shit. No. I'm done. I'm finished with the riddles, the mind games. Whatever I did to get here, I've had enough. I want out. Do you understand me? Do you?
Son, you still don't get it. It doesn't matter what you want. As for me, I got mail to deliver. Goodbye, Murphy.
While making our way over to the monastery, I do manage to kill 10 prison minions. And this is actually where if you remember earlier, I said I had a trophy where I just accidentally misrecorded it. Like I had my recording paused. This is the trophy it happened on, so I just have like that little, I don't have the ding for it. But yeah, so that's another trophy down. We arrive at St. Marie's Monastery and go ahead and meet someone at the door who tells us there's been a family member who passed away, and we were the only people they were able to contact. Now we are very confused by this because we don't know who this person could be. So we go ahead and make our way inside and get jumped by a group of dolls while we're exploring. It's okay though, we managed to take down all the dolls, and I do get a trophy because now I've killed 10 dolls. Now, just a bit further up, we run into a little boy who's playing with a toy car. We try to make conversation with them, and we do reveal that we have a kid as well, but he's dead. And now this little kid asks us if we killed him. We obviously tell him no, like what the heck. And the kid informs us that there's another little girl around here who's always crying, and she says, "We're the boogeyman." And we tell him obviously we're not the boogeyman, and so he asks us if we know a rhyme that makes the boogeyman go away. When we tell him no, he says that means we must be the boogeyman, and we decide to set out and look for this rhyme so we can convince this kid that we aren't the boogeyman and he'll let us in and we can all try to escape in a happy, you know, happy days. Speed up the story some more just to help, hopefully make this video a little shorter than the Silent Hill 3 one. But pretty much to get the 3 rhyme books, we gotta do stuff around the monastery. One of them has us breaking this lock, while the second one actually has us running a play. We have to set up a whole play, and it's really cool. It's one of my favorite parts of this game, just to see it all come together. And then we have to go through a dark forest after the play is set. Now, I'm glad I checked my footage because I didn't realize a trophy had actually popped doing this. It is the Stay of Execution trophy, and the way it works is you can beat a monster down, but if you don't give it the final blow, it'll just lay there withering around. I had to do that to 20 monsters. Now, I actually didn't even realize this was a trophy when I was playing it, so I was fighting through the woods and I ended up dying, and so obviously I paused my recording to go back to the woods, but when I did, the trophy popped because I was fighting the monsters to get back to where I was. So I only have once again not the ding sound. Apologies about that. But we go ahead and get this trophy out of the way. Now, to get the last page of the rhyme book we have to go into the surgery room, and there's 3 screamers on the table. I need to find the screamer that has the last page of the rhyme book in it and get it out. It's really strange. You have to go in with your controller and move it around until you feel vibrations, and then pull the key out. Now, I had a weird visual glitch. At least I assume it's a visual glitch, because it didn't happen on easy or hard mode. It only happened on normal mode, where I just couldn't see anything. I had to just wait for the vibrations and press X. I could not see there was a block or something on my screen. I don't know what happened. But anyway, once we get that last page, we go ahead and get a trophy for all 3 pages of the rhyme book.
It's the rest of the rhyme. Wonder if that kid will let me through the door now.
With all 3 pages of the rhyme book collected, we head back to the kid and see if he'll let us through. But while we're telling him we have the rhyme, the boogeyman actually appears, and we try to warn him, but we're not fast enough as the boogeyman grabs the kid. We start reading out the rhyme, and hopefully, it'll make the boogeyman drop the kid, but unfortunately, we aren't fast enough, and the boogeyman kills the kid. That's not what I was expecting. That was quite the twist. The boogeyman drops the kid, and we rush through. He's disappeared, but now there's a little girl, and she's screaming at us, asking us how we could do such a thing, and we tried telling her it wasn't us. We didn't do it. The boogeyman did. She starts running away, and we chase after her because she's running the same way the boogeyman ran. While we go ahead and chase her down, the void appears again, and we've got to run away from it. But this time there's a catch. This time we have wall corpses on the wall, and they're shooting out blood, so I gotta be very fast running away from the void while avoiding the wall corpses. Takes a couple tries, but I do manage to do it. And then, while chasing after the girl, we do finally come fully face to face with the boogeyman. Now with the boogeyman, I just need to stay alive. He's slamming his hammer down, we've got screamers falling from the ceiling. I just need to avoid them all, while eventually the boogeyman's going to slam his hammer down and open up a path we can go through. And pretty much after that, we're just going to finish going through the rest of the Otherworld Monastery, trying to stay alive. We encounter some wall corpses, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. and eventually we do make it out, where we make it back to the lady we met before inside of the morgue.
Where am I? Why are you doing this to me?
Thank you for coming to shepherd your son home, Mr. Pendleton. I know it's difficult losing a child.
With all due respect, I don't think you do. And like I already told you, there's been a mistake. I buried my son years ago.
I understand, Mr. Pendleton. We all deal with grief in our own way. Shall we? Now, if you'll just sign for your son's body, you can take him home.
No! This isn't my son! This thing's a monster, a murderer!
Yes, well, I suppose that runs in the family.
What the hell are you talking about?
Don't you know, child? Have you wandered so far off the path to not even realize who you are?
What the hell are you talking about?
So often the answers are before us, Murphy. If only we allow ourselves to see them.
Why are you doing this to me?
There were those who dwelt in darkness and in the shadow of death, prisoners in misery and chains, because they had rebelled against the word of God.
No.
When they cried out to the Lord in their trouble,
I screwed up,
He saved
but I didn't
them.
see any other
He
way.
brought them out of darkness.
You
and
don't
the
know what it
shadow
was
of
like
death,
to
and
know it
broke
was
their
my
bonds
fault he
apart.
was gone. Every
You who
time I
seek God,
shut
let
my
your heart
eyes,
revive.
I saw Charlie's
For the
face,
Lord
and
hears
all
the
I could
needy and
think
does not
was,
despise
that
his who
monster
are
is still
possessed.
alive, but I'll never get to see
Amen.
my boy again. Why are you doing this to me? What do you want? What I did to Napier didn't solve anything. Charlie was still gone, and I was stuck in prison. Everything spiraled out of control. It was my fault. I just want my life back.
Revenge is a long, treacherous road, isn't it, Mr. Pendleton? Where do you suppose it ends? It's yours, if you want it. You only need to claim him as your own. You see? I knew you'd come around in the end. Welcome home, Mr. Pendleton. Glory be to God.
Now, this game only has real 2 boss fights, and this is the first one. This is the Boogeyman. I was very excited for this boss fight, because I remember he terrorized me in Book of Memories, and finally in this game I could get, my justice on him. I had saved all my pistol ammo for this. I was locked in and ready to go. The Boogeyman goes ahead and comes up out of the water, and I assume, we gotta lock in for this. I unload every single ounce of ammo I have into this dude. Everything. I was going crazy. I did get a trophy for using 20 medkits, so before I talk more about this boss fight, actually we'll keep talking about the boss fight, then show the trophies. But this was, I was starting to get really worried as I kept fighting this Boogeyman. He was just, not dying. I shot him over 40 times. I whacked him nonstop for a solid like 2 minutes and he wasn't going down. And I realized there's got to be something I'm missing here because he's just not dying. And I'm going through all my med kits, which is why I got the trophy for using 20 med kits. I didn't use 20 med kits in this boss fight, but I had to use a lot of my resources. And then he eventually kills me because I was just like, I don't know, I'm doing something wrong. Because how do we not like in a second phase or anything? And that's when I realized the way this boss fight works is he comes out. I assume you have to hit him. I hit him a couple of times, and he goes to one knee and kind of charges up. And when he does that, you grab the hammer and just hit him in the face, and that's it. That's the whole boss fight. It's over in like 15 seconds. I was so disappointed. Oh my goodness. All this build up and excitement for this boss fight, and it's just one of the worst boss fights I've ever seen. Anyway, I'm gonna let the trophy pop and then, some clips from the boss fight and the ending, boss fight. But we do get a trophy, of course, for defeating the boogeyman. Now, around the boogeyman neck was the key to freedom. This is the key we need, apparently, to get to the boat and get off of the Silent Hill place. Now, this is also the point of no return, so I decided to do all the side quests that are left in the area for us to do. The first one I knock out is called Dead Man's Hand. This one involves us going down into this spooky, sewer system and finding a heart and taking it back to the body. Monsters attack us down there. It's very scary. It's a spooky little maze. We gotta survive, and that'll give us a trophy. The gramophone side quest is next, and this is one of the coolest side quests in the game with the whole story. So we pretty much can use a gramophone to rewind time and see a murder happen, and then we have to burn a ghost in a painting. I just sped talked it to speed things up, but it's a really cool side quest to do and witness. Cinema side quest is next, and this is a side quest where we get to go into a movie theater, set up a special film that we can actually go into. Inside of this film, there is actually a golden gun we can acquire, which is stronger than a normal gun, I guess. So that's pretty unique, and yeah, another side quest done. The next side quest is called Stolen Goods, and it requires us returning these items that got stolen from someone in an apartment. You can also get a really cool jacket doing this one, so I do this side quest every game for it. But yeah, we go and finish up this side quest super fast. Now, our next side quest is called Homeless, and it requires us getting these three items for this homeless person down in the subway. He wants a chocolate bar, a coat, and a fishing rod. Now, by going ahead and giving him all three of these items, he'll actually open up all the subway tunnels for us, so we can have a faster means of transportation through, the tunnels while we work on the side quest, which turned out to be really helpful to just get from place to place faster. Small little deviate from the side quest. Apparently, in one of the towns, you can actually go up into one of the apartments that has the apartment, I guess, yeah, from Silent Hill 4. I haven't played Silent Hill 4 yet. It's going to be the one I play after F, but I just thought it was kind of cool to go up here and see it as like a little, preview of what we are going to play eventually. Birdcage side quest is next, and this one's simple. You just find 5 bird cages around the town, open the doors to them, and that gives us the trophy once all of them are free.
Charlie.
The art collection is next, and this one involved us finding, I believe, 6 to 7 paintings around the town, and then taking them to a table and making a map out of them. I then was able to go back to the monastery and down to a different part of it, where there is a tomahawk as your reward for solving the puzzle, and it gets us a trophy, and I used the tomahawk for the rest of the side quest. It's cool. It's like a throwable, smackable weapon. I mostly used it for whacking stuff, because I can't throw for anything. My aim is horrible. We go ahead and finish up that side quest. The Mirror side quest is next, and this one involves us going into a house with a strange mirror. In the mirror, there are going to be objects that change, and I need to change what the mirror changes. So if a candle lights on, I need to go and light the candle in the room I'm in, and stuff like that. And once we complete this side quest, we get a little, trophy. But also we get something unique. It turns out there's a note on the ground, and it states the person in this house, you know, was afraid of the people in the mirror, but she got ruled out as having OCD and schizophrenia. But it's one of the interesting things I really like about the game and the side quest. Everyone in this town was experiencing different ghosts and stuff, is kind of how I took it. Everyone had their own personal little demons, and it's one of my favorite parts of Silent Hill. Everyone's kind of in their own little ghostly adventure. We go ahead and complete this side quest, like I said, and another one is we're getting really close to having them all done. We have 3 side quests left. Ashes to Ashes is going to be our next one. This requires us to go find an urn and spread the people's ashes where they wanted them to be spread on. They wanted them on a bench, and in return we do get a code just for some ammo and stuff. So we go ahead and do this one really quick. Ribbons is next, and this is a really sad side quest. Like, I really skip past this one. Pretty much, this mom wanted her daughter to always find the way home. Her daughter is autistic, so she would set up ribbons for her daughter to follow home, and one day, the mom just got tired of it. And, yeah. We go ahead and complete this side quest, though, and this one's just sad. It doesn't even reward you with anything. It's just sad. Shadowplay was the final side quest for us to do, and this one was, something. You had to find these parts on the town and use them to make the correct shadow symbol, and then you get a token, and then with all those tokens, we could do a little thing and unlock a demon statue, which is a item in the game. But you get it so late in the game, like it's not that helpful at all. But either way, we complete all of the side quests, so we get 2 trophies here. One for they pop out of order. The first trophy that pops is for doing all the side quests, and then the Shadowplay side quest trophy pops. And so, yeah. With every side quest now complete, we make our way over to the boat to finally get out of Silent Hill. But when we get on the boat, we get a little surprise.
You gotta be kidding me.
Did you really think it could end like this?
After everything you saw back there, everything we've been through, you think going back to prison is all that's at stake here?
We're not going to Wayside.
What are you saying?
Turn the boat around.
Are you out of your mind? We're free. When we reach the opposite shore, I'll go one way, you can go the other. It's that easy.
We've got unfinished business, you and I.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, and honestly, I don't care anymore. There is no way in hell I'm going back.
It wasn't a request.
We've both just been through hell. Haven't you been paying attention?
No, you haven't been paying attention. You think this is all an accident? Just a big coincidence? This town, it knows me. It showed me things. It wants me to finish this. Don't you understand? It'll never let us go until we finish what we started. What you started.
I told you. I'm not going back. You might as well shoot me.
Fine.
How's it going, Murph? Heard you're gonna be leaving us soon.
What do you want, Sewell?
You weren't thinking of leaving before you paid back my favor, were you?
Napier.
What am I talking about? Of course you're gonna keep your end of the deal. You're a real stand-up guy, Murphy. Parole report says so right there in black and white. A model prisoner, right? Sure would be awful if they found out about what you did to that child buggering bastard, though, wouldn't it? I mean, shit. That would ruin everything, wouldn't it?
What do you want me to do?
What you're good at, of course. Ridding the world of monsters. I got another one for you.
Who is it?
Don't worry yourself about the details, Cupcake. Just take out the garbage like you did before and we'll be square.
When?
There's gonna be a little disturbance tonight. The other guards and me are gonna have our hands full, so no one's gonna notice when you head down to the showers and find your guy waiting there, just like last time.
And then?
Oh, I think you know what comes next. Unless, of course, you're thinking of breaking our deal.
And this other guy? He deserves it?
Oh, Murph, you have no idea how bad he deserves it. Hell, I only wish I could do it myself. So, what do you say, Cupcake? You gonna play ball?
I'll take care of it.
Welcome home.
Murder's a mortal sin.
Revenge is a long murder.
You don't recognize me.
So often the answers are before us, Merlin. And then we allow ourselves to see them.
That trophy we got is for reaching the Overlook prison. This is one of the final sections of the game, and when we wake up, there was a creature in a wheelchair watching us. He's going to come into play later. He's appeared a couple of times throughout the game. He's kind of, stalking us. But the game has taken everything from us. I've lost my demon statue, my tomahawk, my golden gun, all my ammo, and all my med kits. I'm back to having nothing, which is a little bit oof. But we go ahead and continue on making our way through this Overlook prison, trying to figure out where we are here, and we run into a new enemy. These are prisoner juggernauts. They are fast and they hit hard, so I gotta be very careful around them. However, I do need to take down 10 of them for a trophy. Now we go ahead and nothing happens of note in the Overlook, at least in terms of how we're getting the trophies and stuff, so I kind of just speed through them. We end up in the Overlook, or like almost going into the Overlook Otherworld, very close. We end up back in the crime scene, showers where we killed Napier in the tutorial, and we're picking up items of evidence, and then we end up in a void chase. This void chase is cool. It's got wall corpses, it's got actually prisoner juggernauts running at me, and it's a maze. So I gotta be very careful on which ways I am going, so I don't die. It's very cool, and I do wish it would have been the final void chase, because I think, it fit the vibe for a finale. We make our way all the way through the Overlook Otherworld until we end up in the final boss fight of the game. It's against the Wheelman. This is actually a cool boss fight. He has 4 tubes connected to him, keeping him alive, and we need to go up a tower. and in each tower there is a spotlight we can put onto him. It's going to make it very hard for him to see, and we can pull out one of the tubes. I need to do this 4 times, and I got to watch out for monsters. We've got screamers, we've got wall corpses to watch out for. It's a good fight. I like this fight. I liked it a lot more than the boogeyman. And then after the fight, we're gonna go into the final cutscene. I do want to give a little disclaimer before we go into the final cutscene because I can't remember if I talked about it or not. There is another cop, and his name is Frank. Frank was a good cop. He constantly helped us out. There's a note you can find where he tried to get Murphy into like a work program, and stuff like that. Because obviously we were only in jail because we had revenge on our mind. So that's just something to keep in mind as this final cutscene's playing, just so you have the context for why the person is so upset with us. But I'm gonna go ahead and just let this cutscene play, and then I'll explain a little more. And yeah.
How could you?
What?
He was a good man. A good man.
What the hell are you talking about? That thing tried to kill me. It's not a man, it's a monster. No. No, that's not how it was supposed to go. That's not what I agreed to. Murphy? Is that you? Officer Coleridge?
Jeez, I'm glad it's just you. This thing is kicking off something fierce. I knew you'd be smart enough to steer clear of it.
What are you doing here?
Sewell told me to meet him here. You haven't seen him, have you? He ain't answering his radio. Are you okay, Murph? You don't look so good. What's that you got there? What the hell's going on, Murphy?
No. This isn't what I agreed to.
What are you talking about? Agreed to what?
Tell him, Murph.
What's going on here, Sewell? Why didn't you answer the radio?
Should've learned to keep your big fucking mouth shut, Frank. Now my friend Murphy's gotta shut it for you.
Murphy, don't do this.
Come on, Murphy, you gonna keep your end of the bargain or not? Do it, you
Murphy.
son of a bitch!
No.
No.
You know, he was a great man, my dad. Didn't matter who you were. Family, friends, even prisoners. He treated everyone with respect. Always looking for the positive side of people. I wanted to be just like him.
You don't understand. Your father treated me like one of his own.
He didn't die right away, you know. After you were done beating the life out of him, he spent years in that wheelchair. A fucking vegetable. Did you know that? And I had to watch this wonderful man shit and piss all over himself day after day after day. And every time I looked at him, you know what I saw?
Listen to me.
I saw a monster. I saw you.
Just calm down a minute and let me tell you what really happened.
You don't know how many strings I had to pull to get your transfer approved, to get you to my prison. The favors I had to call in, the sick things I had to do to get you under my watch.
You don't have to do this.
My father was a good man. He didn't believe in revenge. But I do.
Now, here we are in the finale. We are Cunningham's boogeyman, which is really interesting. I like that kind of flip-flop there. And we gotta chase her down while she's shooting us. There are in total 6 endings in this game, trophies for 5 of them, and I'm only gonna show the full clips for 2 to 3 of them. I'm gonna show all the trophies popping, obviously. However, for this attempt, I got the one where she can just shoot you to death first. She can kill you, and that'll give you one of the endings, which is called Reversal, I believe. And it's because I didn't know at the time, you can slam the hammer down to get shockwave attacks at her, and that's how you take her down. I didn't know that at the time. I was trying to catch up and whack her with the hammer. However, during this encounter, she will release prisoner juggernauts from the cell. This is perfect because it allows me to get the 10 kill trophy on them.
Did I wake you, Cunningham? Come on. Rise and shine. You know the drill.
What? Where am I? What's going on?
Guess today's the big day, huh? Tell you the truth, I'm sort of sorry to see you go. Prisoner secure. Open 302B. Transfer.
That ending we just got is called Reversal, and it doesn't give you a trophy. So now to actually get the other endings we need, this next one is called Forgiveness. In order to get it, we have to help Cunningham when she fell on the ledge, back at the bus crash, try to convince JP not to jump, and then, we can't give enemies the final blow. And then the last final thing is when we knock down Cunningham here with the boogeyman's hammer, is we have a choice to spare or kill her. We're going to spare her to get the forgiveness ending.
No. I won't do it.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
No!
Jesus, you're pathetic. What about Napier? The guy kills your boy. You go through all the trouble of getting yourself locked up with him, and what happens? I serve him to you like a fucking Christmas goose, and you can't even finish the job. No, I gotta go in there and finish the bastard off for you. I ask for one little favor in return.
Murphy? Run!
And this is the thanks I get.
Frank!
Put your hands where I can see them.
You son of a...
I'm not gonna tell you again. Sewell here. We got an officer down. 1000, C block, shower level, over.
You can't do this.
I didn't. Whose prints do you think are on that shiv?
10-4, backup's on its way. Sit tight.
Roger that. Should have just kept your end of the deal, Murph. Cop killers don't last too long in here.
I'm sorry, Frank. I'm sorry, Frank.
It wasn't you.
It was my fault he died.
Pendleton.
I'm so sorry.
I forgive you. This is Cunningham. I copy. Over.
What's your 20, Cunningham? We've got half the department out looking for you. Over.
I'm okay. I'm on the shore of a lake somewhere. Afraid I can't be more specific than that. Over.
Roger. We'll send the bird to sweep the shore again. We've located everyone except for one, Pendleton Murphy. You got a 20 on Pendleton, over?
Negative. Pendleton's dead. Over.
Roger that.
You gonna be okay?
You better go.
For this next trophy, we're going to do the exact same thing. We can actually just reload a save to get this one. And we're going to kill her this time when we knock her down.
I'm sorry, Frank.
As for me, I got mail to deliver.
I can't even tell you how long it's been just spinning record after record after record. Hoping someone.
And we're the ones who decide if we can live with what we've done.
Wait. Stop. This is all wrong. Please. Stop.
Our first playthrough is now complete, and we're going into our second one. We have a couple objectives here on our, second playthrough, and we're going to be trying to get endings B and D. We got endings A, C, and F over in the first playthrough, and for this one, we're working on B and D. For this one, when we run into Cunningham by the bus crash, and she slips, we're not going to offer to help her up. Then when we run into JP, we're just going to tell him to jump. Those are the main factors we need to worry about. Along with this other one, we are going to be trying to get 25 gun kills. I need to kill 10 weeping bats. And what was the last one? Oh, we're going to be collecting all mysteries in the game, which are just notes. I like collecting the notes. They're fun to read and stuff. They're really cool. I like this game's lore and stuff. And we do learn through this lore that Frank was on to Sewell, you know. As you saw, Sewell wanted to take down Frank. And that's because we learned from these notes that Frank, he was on to Sewell. He was trying to get an investigation opened. What other notes do we need to make here? Oh, this is a big one. These weeping bats, although they were frustrating for this kill thing, you gotta really pay attention. There are some workarounds I saw for this trophy, but none of them really worked for me, so I just did it, like, without any, like, reload states. So the weeping bats, as you know, they're the enemies that jump down. They are very annoying to deal with, and very annoying for this trophy. This is one trophy people have a lot of issues with, and I was having some issues with. There are only in total about 14 to 15 weeping bats in the whole game. And it turns out, when they say you need to kill them, you really gotta, like, be specific with the kills. As you know, if you knock an enemy down, it goes on the ground and kind of shakes around. If you leave the enemy there, that doesn't count as a kill. You have to get the killing blow. However, if you one-shot the enemy, like I pull out a shotgun and I just absolutely annihilate the enemy with the shotgun, kills him in one hit, that doesn't count as a kill. I didn't know that. Also, if the weeping bat jumps up on the ceiling and I take it down from there, that doesn't count as a kill. I didn't know that. So halfway through, I was like, shoot, I better reset, because I've already killed a handful of weeping bats, and, you know, I don't want to mess this up. So luckily, if you do pause the game, you can go to statistics and see how many kills you have. So I was just sitting here kind of keeping track of how many weeping bats and how many gun kills I have. But besides that, we go ahead and kind of just chill on with our game. There's not too much to note here. Kind of just did this one faster. A lot of people were saying this game's like 8 hours. It didn't feel like 8 hours to me. It did start to drag. The final Otherworld Overlook part of this game, oh, it drags so much. I don't know, there's just so much that happens there, and it kind of just feels like you're doing stuff. But either way, digress. The first trophy we pop here on our cleanup run, is what I'm calling this run, is for getting 25 shooting kills. I didn't realize how long this video was getting, so I'm going to speed things up. Pretty much right after the monastery, we get a trophy for getting our 10th weeping bat kill. And at the end of, close to the end of just the normal, like, world of the Overlook, we do obtain the final mystery we need. We get back to the end of the game and take down Cunningham once again and end up with the same choice. Spare or kill. And now that we've made bad decisions, we're gonna get the execution ending if we choose to kill her, and the truth and justice ending if we choose to spare her. Real quick disclaimer, the truth and justice ending starts off very similar to the forgiveness ending. So just to save time, I'm gonna shorten that ending just a little bit. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and play these two endings, and we will have our second run complete.
Assembled here to witness the state's execution of Murphy Pendleton, sentenced for the murder of his 7-year-old son. The couple had divorced 4 years earlier, and prosecutors believe Pendleton drowned his son Charlie in retaliation for his ex-wife seeking sole custody. More recently, Pendleton was tried and convicted for the murder of decorated officer Frank Coleridge during a Ryle State prison riot, which expedited Pendleton's execution sentence amidst public furor.
This is it, Pendleton. Any last words?
Yeah. I'll see you in hell. Cupcake.
It wasn't you.
It was my fault he died.
Pendleton.
I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
Is this... Are we free?
Yeah. I think we are.
All units respond. Ryle Prison DOC bus involved in a TC. Fatalities eastbound 73. Fire and rescue en route.
I should go.
I guess you better. Wait. Where are you going?
There's someplace I gotta be.
Murphy, wait. Thank you.
For what?
The truth.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, motherfucker. Come on, man. Anytime you hear.
Hey, what are you doing back here so soon, sweetheart? Can't get enough of the place. The hell's this?
You used to work with my father, Frank Coleridge.
Yeah? So?
We need to talk.
Now, interesting enough, I heard that B ending is actually the canon ending. So the ending looks like Sewell is gonna get his little, justice served to him, and Murphy survived, which is good. I liked Murphy. I thought he was a cool character. I didn't care for the execution ending. I thought that was really stupid, and I feel like they just made stuff up. But I didn't talk about the other ending, where Murphy is pretty much trapped inside the prison, and you can hear people who have also had to repeat themselves. I thought that was a really cool ending. I like that one. Anyway, we are now on to hard mode for Silent Hill Downpour. This is the first time I've played a Silent Hill on hard mode, and I was very excited. I've played Resident Evil on hard mode, and it gave me a fantastic challenge, and so I was really excited for this one. However, there's another catch. I'm going to be trying to do the entire game without killing a single enemy, because that way I can get both these trophies together. Now, there's only two boss fights in the game: the Boogeyman and the Wheelman, and you don't have to actually kill any of them. So hey, it all works out. The Boogeyman, I am getting into his knee, and the Wheelman, I obviously just need to pull up the vents. Um, with that being said, what else was I going to mention? Oh, it turns out we actually can knock down enemies. There's one part of this run that was so like I actually didn't struggle a lot with this. This hard mode wasn't that rough. The only hard part is going into the Overlook prison, Otherworld. There's a part where you're going down an elevator and you have to kill enemies. But since you can't kill them, you just need to knock them down. So beat them down until they're on the ground, on their back. The issue with this was one, they are flying at you from all corners of the room, and it's on hard mode, so they're hitting very hard. So I had to be very careful, and I was using a rifle because the rifle was really strong, so I could knock them down with the rifle. However, sometimes they would just flat out die, and if they died, I had to reload the entire save state, not save state, but the entire save, and once again start going down the elevator again to restart this section. It was annoying. This is the only part of the mode I really struggled on because I couldn't kill them, and it was also very hard because it was hard mode. But I do manage to thankfully somehow get past this and get into the Wheelman boss fight, and I almost had it first try. I was inches away. I couldn't. You have to grab that spotlight at a very specific angle, and I could not get it to save my life. I was like spamming the X button, but I was in the wrong spot and I was on low health, and I just died, and it made me really sad. I did get it second attempt though. Now the endings don't matter; you can get whichever ending you want. I think I got the good ending, or something like that. But either way, here are the trophies for beating the game on hard mode, which is cool because it's my very first time I beat a Silent Hill on a hard mode. Not the most impressive, I feel like, because I didn't have to really kill any enemies. And I did the Boogeyman boss fight first try because of how easy it was. Oh my goodness. I can't. I'm still so mad about the Boogeyman boss fight. By the way, we get a trophy for hard mode, and then we also get another trophy for beating the whole game without killing any enemies. That trophy actually pops first, and then a couple minutes later, the beating the game on hard mode trophy pops.
Get away from me!
I completely forgot I also put it on hard puzzle difficulty for another trophy, but like that part never even really came into play at all. Like it didn't really affect my hard mode run while I was playing, so I forgot about that trophy until I saw it pop up again in the footage. But either way, that's another trophy down. We have 3 left to go. After you beat the game once, you unlock the bonus side quest called Digging Up the Past. To do it, you need to get a shovel and then dig up, I believe it's 7 spots around the town. Once you have all 7 artifacts, you are locked into the joke ending, which is ending E. Every Silent Hill game, for the most part, has a joke fun ending. Silent Hill Downpour is no exception, and this one's really cool. But however, what I didn't know upon doing this, I was exhausted with this game, by the way. I had enjoyed my time with this game, but this was my, I believe, 4th playthrough. I was hitting exhaustion mode with this game. And I thought once I got all the pieces, all 7 pieces dug up, that'd be it. I instantly would go into the joke ending. It turns out, nope. I had to replay the entire still back half of the game. So it was 4 long playthroughs. But after we go ahead and complete Silent Hill Downpour. We popped the next two trophies, one for getting the joke ending and one for getting the platinum trophy. I'm gonna let all three trophies play, one for getting that final big quest done, and then the next two trophies. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
Such a shame. Here be monsters again. Here be monsters again. Surprise!
Oh, you guys.
Such a shame. Here be monsters again.
With that, Silent Hill Downpour is complete 100% platinum. I enjoyed this game. You know, the game had a lot of issues. I hard crashed twice, which always sucks in a game. Stuttering issues were rough. The monsters weren't really scary, and a lot of them were just annoying. But there was a lot of things I really liked with this game. I liked all the characters in it. I liked the story for the most part. I liked the lore that was in this Silent Hill town. I love that almost everything that could be a weapon. The trophies are pretty unique. I like that I was awarded for each side quest with the trophy. That's always nice. And I just wish like there was more cool stuff to unlock. Like in Silent Hill 3 and 1 and 2, you get bonus weapons for beating the game. I would have loved in this game to be able to use the Boogeyman's hammer throughout the whole game after beating it once or on hard mode or something. But alas, it's not the end of the world. I would say this game is between a high C plus and a low B minus for me. I don't really know. It is what it is. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and head out. Thank you all for watching. I am so excited for Silent Hill F. Like the pre-access for me just went live, and I wasn't able to play it because I have work and a doctor's appointment the same day, and I have to finish checking the audio on this video, so it makes me really sad. But the day after, hopefully, I'll get a chance to play it. Either way, we have other Silent Hill videos on the channel to look at. And sorry about the weirdness about talking about the endings and stuff. It just the video was getting long and I started to panic, and I just hate skipping past all the cool lore stuff, and I had to skip past some of it. And it was just a little mess. I'm still learning how to make these, videos. It's a learning process. Without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.